What is up, guys? My name is JD, and this is going to be my No Game, No Life review. No Game, No Life is one of my favorite animes that just came out over the summer. Um, it's rather, it was actually more interesting than I actually thought it was going to be, because when I saw like the cover for it, I was like, this is going to be something boring, like something stupid, something kids should watch, because it was just too colorful. You know what I mean? Like it almost pushed me away with all the colors on it. But I watched the first two episodes and I was like, holy shit, this show is actually really good. Um, Pretty much, these two main characters, Sora and Shiro, they're brother and sister. Um, they kill it in the like real world video game world. Um, like every video game you can ever imagine, they are the top people. But they never fill in their name slots, so they're known to everybody around them as blank. Um, Pretty much, they got challenged by someone into playing a game of chess on like a computer game of chess, and they ended up beating that person, and that person ended up to be Tet, which is the god of a new world called Disboard. Um, what he did, he actually transported them into the world of Disboard, which is a world pretty much divided, like ruled by games. Everything's a simple game like tic tac toe, rock paper scissors, anything you can imagine as a game. It's anything's decided by national borders, laws, anything. Like everything is decided by games. I thought that was actually rather cool. That's a really good concept. Like, if honestly, if the real world was made like that'd be pretty funny. Um, the design of the show, oh my goodness, that show, the colors of the show are out out of this world. Like, it's the hues are very everything's like hyper vivid. I guess you could say. I don't even know if that's a real word. But everything's very vivid. Everything's very bright, and it looks like they're actually in a video game. Like it is insane on what like how they did the art. I love the art. Um, Pretty much what these two do. Everybody knows them as Blank. Everybody they announce themselves as Blank, but then they go in to tell them, hey, I'm Sora, hey, I'm Shiro, this is my little sister, blah 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 blah. They obviously they pick up people. This girl Stephanie Dollar, which is she's a little bit of a ditz, I'd say. To me, in my personal opinion, she's a little bit of a ditz. Um, she's the granddaughter, my bad, of the ex-king who just passed, but she couldn't inherit the throne because he wanted everybody to like play, he wanted the next king to be the world's best gambler. Which, all right, cool. She ended up losing to this girl. Um, Fuck, what's her name? I'll think about it in a second. Um, Lost to her. She was whooping everybody's ass, and nobody could figure out why. But of course, Oenshiro, they are incredibly intelligent people. Um, they found out that she was getting help from someone, but they didn't know like what kind of help it was. They didn't know like that there was magic in the world. They found that out through Stephanie. Once they beat her a couple times, and they ended up being able to stay in the palace for a little bit. Cause I don't know, they're cool like that. But they ended up beating her, and found out that she has help from an elf, and that everything's in like a hierarchy, and depending on how much magic you're able to use. Which that's actually I thought it was like a rather another interesting concept of the show. Like every anime I've seen is everything's like pretty much like just a straight storyline, but this it like evolves on its own. You know what I mean? Like and they are in what they call the Emanity. I have no clue like where they came up with the name for that. That's pretty cool, I guess. But they are at the lowest because they don't have magic, so sucks for them. So they can't detect when it's happening or if it's ever been used. But then they fight what they call a Flugel, Jibril, Wada, her, and they get a bunch of different types of people. They've only have one season out so far, and the world of this board is actually divided into 16 races. They call the Exceed, which is the elves, the Flugels, um, war beasts, which are like animal people, um, I think I already said elves, but there's a bunch of different types of people. And what Sora and Shiro's goal is to actually rule the world. Kind of cliche, sort of almost, but it's actually the way they plan it. Everything is so like I don't know how they did it. They're crazy smart. Like even I watched the whole series so far like 5 times. It still surprises me every time I see it. I highly recommend it to anybody who's never seen it. Um, it's a fun show. Like if you don't, I don't know. I guess if you don't like fun, I wouldn't watch it. But it's a fun show. Like it's just interesting. Like there's so many different things that evolve on their own in the show that it's just like holy shit. It's not too much, but it's also not so little that you're like, oh my god, this show is stupid. But like it keeps revolving on its own. Like you see how the show is going to evolve on like for later seasons. And speaking of like later seasons, I'm assuming this show is going to be like a very long show, at least 4 or 5 seasons. Um, I can just tell just because of all the, like how many races they have to fight and whatnot to be able to rule the world. And to rule the world, they have to they have to beat everybody and fight God, whose name is Tet, who brought them there. So that's their ultimate goal, is to rule the world in their own little fancy way of doing it, of not killing everybody, of beating everybody in a game. Um, I don't want to divulge into too much detail of the show because I don't really want to spoil it for anybody. But that's just the basic gist of the show, like a basic review. I really recommend this show to almost everybody that's seen anime. It's a great, crazy show, and I liked it. I really did. It was actually one of the first shows that I can actually genuinely say was surprised about. I underestimated it, and it overwhelmed me with holy. It just blew my expectations out of the water. I was very into it. I liked it. Um, so guys, that's the review for that. Please like and subscribe. Share if you would like, and like I said, leave any other further shows into the comments below. Um, I will try to get a link for so you can start the show. Um, I think I put it on Hulu, but I think you can watch it on Hulu for free without a subscription. So if I can find another link for it, I will put it on the description ASAP. Yeah, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Wait till next one.